Okay, guys, we are back at it, and we are about to talk about the top gainers for the last week. These stocks have exploded, leading the charts, especially while the markets have faced such bearish days. Such danger has come into the markets over the last week, man. It's been a lot, and we will discuss some of those things here. We'll talk about some of Trump's latest news, along with some of the executive policies. And if you've been in the Banker Whippley Discord, you've been catching all of these plays, along with all of our options plays, along with all of our crypto trades, and using your Banker Whippley classroom scanners, easy money. We know what you're going for, and it's the same setup and same strategy every single trade. If you are newer to trading, I've trained thousands of traders on how to use the market. It's the same thing. It's all the same thing. Like, look at this. It's either oversold or overbought. You're getting at the bottom and you're going in for a reversal. You want to just get it low, and you want to have proper time. And there's different indicators that you use that make you feel comfortable with getting into something. And then with that, it comes down to being able to follow along with the flow of everybody else that's trading in the markets. Because once everybody starts to flow in this direction, then the market's going to flow in that direction. And more often than not, wherever you getting your news from, wherever you getting your news from is either more up to date. Sometimes the place where you're getting your news is more up to date or less up to date. It's faster and slower than others. That makes a big difference as well, because that if you haven't realized by now, with everything that's been going on with Trump and the executive orders and stuff like that, it really affects what direction the markets go in. So, like, if you haven't seen any of my Trump executive order videos that I've made over on the main channel, you can check some of those out so you can know what's going on. Not only do these technical matter, but the fundamentals matter, and not only the fundamentals of these stocks. But pretty much at this point now, if you have to notice, the fundamentals of these stocks don't really matter. The technicals of these stocks then don't even matter no much more, because of all the big effects that's happening to the market and the Trump news. To be up to date with everything. These are some very good stocks, and these stocks do come in for their individual rallies based off of their own fundamentals and their own technicals. And remember, your technicals have to support those fundamentals or given catalysts at that time. And it's very good, guys. We have gotten this channel up to 6,000. Up to 654 subscribers, almost to that 1,000 subscribers on the Bank with Billy Breakout channel. We did get our big channel up over 10,000. That's 10,365 subscribers now. And we did also get our crypto channel up to 1,225 subscribers. The Bankability breakouts and crypto channel are still more fairly new, as you can tell. We've been working on the main Bankability channel for some years, but I like adding in the extra items and extra hats and jewelry and stuff like that to the character. If it's a little bit more fun for me. So if you guys want to see a certain kind of hat or a certain kind of outfit or something on a Billy Banks character, then let me know, and we'll put that on there. We'll put that on there, see if we can find that somehow. That'd be cool. But let's get right into it now with DGNX. Okay, so Dgnx, they came out. This is an example of a stock that can come out and then actually continue its big bull run. This one done went from 3,600, um, 3,600, $3 and 60 cents, all the way up to $65. And now that it's reached up to the peak of $65, it pushed back down. In fact, I'm surprised that it even went that high. Like, it must have came out with a catalyst back on the 29th or something to really give it that extra boost. Let's see. Dgnx Hawks. They didn't come out with no news on the 29th or anything. That bullishness really kicked in. Because most of the time, usually you'll see these stocks come out as they IPOs or whatever, and then they'll just start to sell off. This is a very good one. So, what is DGNX? This company is engaged in the provision of digital asset financial services. The company focused on delivering a cryptocurrency and digital asset ecosystem, offering products and services. You know, the crypto, man, the crypto. I've been telling you all about these crypto things. I didn't catch DGNX, but on these crypto related things, so you got to go see BTC. If you new to the market, you got to know this. So the crypto markets did just come in for a big sell off, right? from 106,000 all the way back down to 101,000. This is off of, like I said here, we'll talk about some of the news and recent events too. This is because they came out with the DeepSeek in China, which was the biggest AIs and stuff like that. Now it's the biggest technology, and it threatens the whole world because they don't want China to be the biggest of them all. Once any other ones become the biggest of them all, then the U.S. isn't the biggest of them all, and now the U.S. officially is not the biggest of them all, which is affecting all of cryptocurrency and all of tech, which is making everything go down. They had a few chances to save everything, to make sure everything stays in the to have the potential and keep true believers. They had the opportunity when they were coming out with the when all the quantum stocks were getting ready, when the EVTOLs and the quantum stocks were getting ready to rally. When those things were getting ready to make the move, it was the prime opportunity to for America and tech saw good. You remember we dropped many a video for a long time, for a very long time, pages on pages for all of these EVTOLs, all of these ACHRs from the very beginning. And so once these things rallied, they had all retail in there. You got all they man retail in there. Retail finna be the next big billionaires and whatnot. We've been making these videos since again the very beginning. They didn't want retail going in on any of these ACHRs and EVTOLs. So they pushed these things down. They came out with news. These things aren't ready. Retail is too early. So what they would do, what retail would do is catch the next big wave, which was all of the quantum stocks. Because the video already up at was up at like $150. They were up way higher than that too. If you know what's in the market, the video's up at like $1,000 at one point. But we'll talk more about that another time. But so everybody started to do the rally on all the next to the quantum stocks and stuff like that. They started going crazy for the quantum stocks. Start going wild. And what they would do to these quantum stocks is come out and say quantum stocks aren't ready. Quantum stocks aren't here. Retail they in too early. They shouldn't believe in these things because they want retail to be back over on things like on things like GMEs. On things like GMEs. Is there, I don't got no videos on those. Things like AMCs. I don't got no videos on those. They want retail to be back on those small things. So people be back in those traps. They don't want you to be in the big major things. So you can be so you can be the next millionaire. They want retail to stay going back to work. Period. I'm sure we can all agree on that. And this is how they stopping people. So you've already seen the recent videos where I just showed you how they done stop the ads and stuff like that I even be putting out for the EVTOLs and the quantums and whatnot to build awareness to these companies and stuff, which eventually wrecked the sectors, which had Sang Huang come in saying that quantum stock is too early as well. So retail shouldn't go on this. They need to come get on the video, which wrecked that. So this all the big major things of the future, the big mass players, the big things that had everybody so excited to have something to look forward to actually, because the EVTOLs ain't work, right? I mean, because the electric vehicles ain't out here and those didn't work, right? So the next thing is those EVTOLs. We see that big competition coming in. We want high end futuristic technology, so it's quantum. And although that those EVTOLs are actually out here flying around in the skies, and drones are actually out here flying in the skies like right now, and although quantum computing is already integrated in a lot of these industries that have mass partnerships, and we got BlackRock's even invested like trillions of dollars into these different quantum companies, they came out and said these aren't ready. So U.S. technology ain't ready. They're giving China the opportunity, since y'all don't want to let us in on y'all super expensive semiconductor and AI advanced tech. We're gonna make it for 12 times, 30 times as less, 1,000 times less, and we're gonna make it a million times smarter. This is just a trick up our sleeve. Now that y'all done said that everything y'all got going on ain't ready, and y'all said that y'all think is already as high as it's gonna get, well, we finna come out with this. And now everything that we finna make is finna be y'all surpassing y'all. So this alone, if you lasted that whole explanation I just did, on to get you fully caught back up to the last week, literally just the last 5 days alone, is why things are looking how they looking now. Guys, so now that you caught back up, so when we see some of these things, you got a better understanding on why they pulling back recently or why they slowing down recently now. Okay. So going from $65, and I might have to edit that. I might have to edit that out and make that a quick short or something like that. But going from $65 back down to $28. Ooh, man, DGNX, they're gonna hold strong on this. This Bitcoin related, like crypto. In fact, I wonder if they got a website. They don't. Unless you got SLXN. In fact, I want to go see DGNX. I gotta go see DGNX. hmm Of course, another easy one. Like I say, everything gets picked up. Everything gets picked up in the Bank Blue Discord. You always got the coaches throwing that thing out, getting the alert to the members and whatnot. And we've already been making hot videos on DGNX. If you still a holder in DGNX, you caught it back in the beginning. You know, then you probably really not too worried about anything at all in there. And if you like already not in there, like not to say, I wouldn't want to see any bullishness about to get in there, but in the Bank of Bleed Discord, they already done got in at at the beginning of $3.60. Back down on 122. I'm making videos on it the next day. If it's you missed out on that $3 and it's up at $30, $40. You might as well not mess around like that. But SL, just go for the next thing. SLXN, from 57 cents up to the highs of $3.45. And they did slow down to slow down and push down to about $2. Well, right now exactly $1.86. Now, looking to build some support up here though. Like this is it was. They just broke that, but okay, this is another therapeutic. They probably came in for that explosion off of some good therapeutic news a couple days ago, probably. Let me see. Let me see. Salinity reports new clinical data for the SIL 204. Bullish enough to get the 57 cents to 350 and 45 cents. That's a healthy drop down there. And they not because they didn't drop it all the way back down. But this therapeutic stock, man, one bad day make this thing drop all the way back down. So be careful in there. And if that does happen, then nothing wrong with it because look at your 4 hour chart. Like your 4 hour chart says this about to happen. Literally. Like your MACD says bearish divergence. Your RSI says it's going down. Like it literally says, yeah, danger zone, danger zone. So don't be surprised. This is the point where you gotta have your stop loss and or really decide if you're a long-term investor or if you believe in the fundamentals or whatever they got going on. And the majority of the time, you know, they don't. They don't like that health news. That health news already happened. So like the chances of them, the chances of them actually continuing on from that versus everything else is slim because if people going to lock in gains, then the markets are going to turn red. And since people don't be keeping up with the banquetly videos day by day, they don't know why the markets are turning red or why the markets are getting bearish. You can always find the latest banquetly news and stuff like that over on Google as well. So just go ahead and then look up the Medium articles and whatnot if you need to, whatever you got going on. But easy alerts for SLXN, very active. While Coach Crawford is all along throwing this thing out from the very bottom and keeps it updated. That's what I like about the Banco Billy Discord coaches is that they as well keep things updated. Like I like to keep my stocks updated in my section. We're up these many percents, we're up those many percents, and all stuff like that. I like the way I put it with the fireballs and diamonds, but that it definitely helps because if I'm catching one of the coaches' alerts, then I'm able to know if they still holding in or not. And that helped a lot back when we were all, still learning the markets in the very beginning. Um, actually actually knowing the range and whoever you trading along with, if they still holds into that stock or not. Um, Teamwork make the dream work. But nonetheless, you still need to be having your own targets, your own exit strategies either way, no matter what. Because ain't no telling what somebody else doing. Ain't no telling what time somebody else got to be doing something else. So you gotta always still have your own exit strategy. Ain't no telling what type of goal somebody going for. While although everybody might catch the same stock, as you notice that some stocks go different ranges, some people hold longer because some people are just day traders, some people are swing traders, some people are long term, and they get that based off of what type of things they need to handle in life or whatever their goals are in life. But ORKT from 62 cents, they do go up to about $2 on ORKT. Now they slow down up here. Notice why they slow down because they hitting some big resistance up there. They're gonna have to break past that $2 range. If they can get, but they can break past that, then they're gonna be shooting up to about $4. But with an average volume of $3 of 3.40, with an average volume of 3.47 million and a current volume of 12.81 million. They do got a free float of 7.59 million on ORKT. This is another tech stock, okay? So Orange Cloud Technology is a no-code software development platform. This will come in handy for a lot of different coders, huh? Who looking for a no-code software development platform. A lot of people who don't know how to code as well. In fact, let me go on their website, see what they got a website. Like some of these on Webull, you'll be able to click the website down here, and they just take you like right there. But they short interest on this stock. It's huge, huge. It can still really come in. It look like it hasn't been out for too long, but it look like it can really still explode. It could definitely go to about $4 or $5. Even higher than that if it breaks past that. Like notice that how that $4 right there is just keep on doing battle at that exactly $4.10 range. They get past that, then you're going up to, $8 from there. It really ain't nothing still. It's nothing stopping it. And it's a tech stock, so you already know they should be getting most bullish on this as well. ORKT already getting alerted out. And the Mango Billy Discord along in Coach Manson section. I like a very good format on your section, Coach Manson. Looks cool. Look a lot like my section. But also catching in the parabolic play section. And this isn't the first time we've seen these stocks come in this formation. So because when these stocks start coming out, then they start coming out with the stock week scanners. They'll start getting all picked up, making these new 52-week lows and all these things like that. Because you always want to get it at the lows. I be seeing that in stock week scanner. Then you start seeing that thing get picked up by the coaches and go on parabolic. And if you see a stock getting picked up in a parabolic scan bot one day, the next time it moves is most likely going to be another parabolic play as well. If your stock, if your stock is already up so many percents, like at the end of that day, and you nervous, like you have you like should I hold or not? Well, like, you can always see in my section, and of course even in Coach Manson's section, if one is still holding, how many percents and whatnot that is up. But and at the end of that day, as you see, like when people want to lock in gains, they're gonna get nervous. Should I still hold it? Does it have the fundamentals? So what you want to do is mind your 7 to 15% stuff. If you up so many percent, so you already up, like 90, 100% or stuff like that, 70%, you don't even gotta have a seven. It's not even about 715. You can just have a straight 15% stop loss at that point now, of course. But or whatever makes you feel comfortable. But it's all about doing what makes you feel comfortable. And it's gonna make you feel a lot more comfortable if you have a range where if it pulls back, you just lock it in there no matter what. Or sold there no matter what. Whatever the case is, But it's probably different for a lifetime investor because you're a lifetime investor. A lifetime investor don't even believe in trades. you know, you know, lifetime investor don't want to hear nothing about no trade. But going from 17 cents up to $1.34, they have a quick pullback. They go back down to about 65 cent range. Have a quick bounce up towards about $1. Do a little bit of battle up there towards $1 before selling back off here towards the after hours. Now, looking to see if it's going to build support here at this 60 cent range. Remember, TCMT did explode from the lows of 17 cents. A massive discount on TCMT. The TCMT was another one that I was throwing out along in my section as well. Or TCTM was it? TCTM, saying to be in at that 35 cents or lower. You're going for a swing trade. Not too fancy. Like I said, you always be able to see when I'm putting out the list of upcoming swings as well. So you can probably get some of those, and then you always be able to see when I'm getting in on those, what the next move is. TCTM getting in and that, at member, because these alerts go to the members. And like I said, we catch our other things in between. So between catching the swing trade or the set of swing trades or whatever's going on, you let no swing while you catching the active cryptos as active day trades. You even be able to see TCMT. It's not too late, but catching those as active swing trades, and then catch your flip those as 24/7 day trades and swing trades. 'Cause you can do both of those, and it don't take too much to do those. And then you're doing your options trades as active day trades. That's how you diversify and keep yourself active and be able to use other plays as insurance. But this one does explode. Now on TCMT, if we go back down to a monthly chart on TCMT, it's not a lot of rooms, bro. Like that was just the beginning. No, so I'm sure a lot of people are hoping that didn't catch a lot of people who didn't catch those first alerts along in the Discord. And again, being there to see them on time. A lot of people who didn't catch it on time are probably hoping it comes in for a pullback so they can catch the next round. Now that is possible because I go look at your 4 hour chart. You got big bearish divergence when you had you like one big bearish day could send that thing all the way back down. So, would you load it if it did? Next, you got REBN. And they go from $1.20 all the way up to $5.40. Reborn Coffee. They have come in for the move once upon a time ago as well. Again, how I say once upon a time ago, because it was only about one time. Only about one time where they did it like that. And so we can see that kind of happening. Let me press reset on this. We can see that starting to kick back in here. In fact, it really just did. That was a multi-day bull run from $1.20 all. It was slow for a little bit, but people did hold from the bottom of oversold throughout all the choppiness in between the days, all the way back up to the highs of overbought. And that's the beauty of using your RSI and MACD indicator, because you're using your RSI and MACD, it'll show you what type of position it is. You might get nervous in between, especially if you're one of the people who hone in on your smaller time frame and it's become an overbought quicker on those smaller time frames because your traders are doing it. But if you stay honed down on your bigger time frame, if you're going for an actual longer move, well, this could look a whole lot more safer on your RSIs and MACDs from that point. But market conditions will come in to shake every. The market conditions will apply. It's not even that the market conditions may apply. The market conditions will apply, man. So you lucky if y'all stock didn't get affected by those market conditions to mess it up. That's just the case there. And of course, being in Discord for early alerts on things like Reborn Coffee, like Coach Tidwell was throwing out his early alerts on the Reborn Coffee, being at that $1.30 or lower. $1.30 or lower, he say, on Reborn Coffee. Where'd it go from? And it went from exactly that $1.20, and then from those lows all the way to the highs of $5.40. Easy money. Easy money. You see it all the time. Now, because we're bought and you see this big wick, that's a huge sell off. $5.40 all the way back then. Starting to try to build support there. I don't think they're gonna hold that support. I think they're gonna sell off. I think they're gonna go off a little bit more. And that RSI and MACD got to go back down oversold. That's not oversold just yet. But very good though, very good. Next, you got Acro. Well, the Acro, they've been actually slowly gearing up. In fact, Acro, check this out. So Acro will go from $7.52 up to $60. Like I would never look back that far. I actually been in when you've been in the markets, we remember Acro from those lows back years ago, but from $7.50 all the way up to the highs of $60, all the way back down to the lows of $10. Okay, now that was a very big crash down that would come in, but gear up so steadily, even more steadily than it did last time because they were more excited. Remember that big run from last time. Acro holding up here, big support. This is going to turn into to the big support. Acro might not be going back down to those lows off of support like that again. Not this time. Not this time. They're gonna need some sort of piece of news to really get that thing to really crash back down. We have been updating Acro as well in the Banker with Billy Discord. I want to go back to the old. Let me see. Go back to the first alerts that have been going out. Like I said, we are no strangers to Acro. These are alerts back from 2022. It's 2025 now. It's 2025, and yeah, everybody in Bakewood Billy Discord guys, very proud of all of y'all, very proud of the coaches, very proud of y'all, you members, man. Y'all been in here for years and for years and years, mastered y'all strategies. Y'all are the prime examples of how to begin trading in the markets from beginner level. Not knowing anything to understanding how to everything from beginner level to true pros. From beginner level to true pros, y'all know oversold, no overbought. Y'all can tell somebody the strategy y'all do. They do. That's why they coaches and why they pro members in there. They guiding people in on there, and the rest and all new members, like you new members joining in, now. Don't be scared to advance in y'all trading strategies. Don't be scared to advance. It's all about taking the step forward. Scare money. Look, I'll tell you now, scare money don't make no money. And it's a lot easier when you're surrounded by thousands on thousands of full-time traders and investors that have been doing this for years, ever since 2021 together. You know, yeah, it's teamwork because we all thinking together as one single unit. Ain't no somebody thinking that over here, somebody got to be like that over there because we're all so you. That's why we're never surprised by any of this. That's why I'm like, okay, let me just go out here and show you how far it was back in 2021 because we remember Acro back in 2021, but I was trying to see more on there. Let me see. Acro, you know, Acro stock. This therapeutic is probably one of the best therapeutics. You don't see therapeutics not like this too often, for real. Y'all know how these therapeutics and biotech stocks do. But with the average value of 1.13 million being at the highs of $52, people not really finna be so excited to get Acro at this point now. But SGN. So on SGN stock, okay, so Sign and Day Sports. This one is a tech company. The company is engaged in developing and operating a platform aiming to give more students, athletes, the opportunity to go to college and continue playing sports. So sitting here at $3 40 cents now, they're probably gonna stay up over between these ranges. Like if they do go down, you might see some support down there at that $2.50. But like look at this, they haven't really gone any lower than that $1.75 already. So that's that a lot of people who are in there now are pretty excited for the position that they are in. They already feel like they're sitting good, but it is in a bit of a dangerous position and starting getting ready to make some bearish divergence. If it does crash down, that sell off might have a lot of people who are already still holding in there from that 171 even nervous where it might even sell off more than that. And not to mention one bad piece of news correct everything. But this is in good support of something good with an average volume of 2.83 million and a volume of 58 million with a free float of 637 million on SGN stock. It's not going to take too much to get to make the stock hold up and stay solid. People are going to be excited for this one right here for sure. But easy alerts along in the bankability Discord for SGN as the stock has been going parabolic, not only for one day, but also for previous days from the lows of even 3 cents before the stock was even around here. Because this stock did come in for a split as well. When these stocks do come in for a split, you can catch multiple rounds. So when a stock does reverse split, if you are newer to the market, you want to know this. So what they do is they get back in compliance. They got 10 days to stay over $1. If they can't do that, that don't mean that they just get kicked off the markets. That just mean that I mean, they, they mean that they gonna sell back off for sure. I mean, they gonna sell back off for sure. If they don't hold play, they can get another Nasdaq notice saying that they did or they didn't maintain compliance. But if it does reach that, then it can still sell back off. That's the thing. Like a stock can get over that dollar. Yeah, y'all maintain compliance, they all good, and then they go right back under $1, like 70 cents. HOVR is a good example of that one. If you guys been following along in that. Uh, these are the top gainers for the last week. Some of these stocks are looking in good position still, really. Like SGN stock, look like it could go really go way higher. And ORKT stock look like it'll be very powerful. Be able to take another round as well.
on TCMT. Hopefully TCMT come in for another pullback. You get a whole other round in there. It wouldn't be too hard to make this one sell back off. I bet they already getting big short sell attacks and all of that. Look at that big red candlestick. They getting short sell attacks. We'll talk more about all of these. Very good at getting the main channel up to that 10,000 subscribers and beyond. Let's get this one up to 1,000. I'll see y'all in the next one now. Happy trading.